So I love the dandelion. This is one of my very favourite herbs, along with nettles. Dandelion and nettles. You can see I actually grow them in a bathtub, which actually they've grown by themselves, but I'm really happy about that because you can eat the fresh leaves in the springtime. These you can have in my salads, really high in vitamins. Best added to the salad, quite bitter. Gets your digestive juices ready. But what I'm here for is the root. So a lot of the energy at this time of year is still in the root after the flowers and seeds of autumn. So Imbolc is the time of the very first beginnings of spring. A few buds and shoots. It's mostly all still in the root power under the earth. And it's associated with the goddess Brigid, the Celtic goddess of healing and poetry, and the Christian Saint Brigid. And the dandelion actually has associations with Brigid, being one of the earliest, greenest leaves of the very early spring. And there's a poem written about this by the poet Winifred Mabel Letts, and it refers to the bright yellow light of the flower that will be coming soon in the summer. The dandelion lights its spark, lest Brigid find the wayside dark, and brother wind comes rollicking for joy that she has brought the spring. So we're still in the time of winter and that underworld time of year, and dandelion is actually a herb of the goddess Hecate, who is a crone goddess of the underworld and has associations with being a goddess of the crossroads of transformation, quite an alchemical shift in life. Hecate is often seen accompanied by a big black dog. Such a creature has been spotted around these parts too.
So I'm going to try digging one up now and see how long the roots are.
Okay, it's some lovely root there. Yeah, these will get me a few cups of coffee anyway, and these will go in my salad. So we get a sharp knife, cut off the leaves. You can dry the leaves and use those later in the salad, and give the roots a good wash. Get all the earth off them. Okay, so we want to get those thoroughly dried out. You can get some absorbent paper. If we've got a dehydrator, we can put it in that, or we can leave it to air dry. To be honest, I can get a bit impatient with waiting for them to be dried out, and I don't think it's absolutely essential. So they will be roasted in the oven. So yeah, just cut them into small chunks, being careful not to cut your fingers off. Beautiful. So I've got my oven heating up, gas mark 4 I do, which is about 180 degrees centigrade. And then we get them on a baking tray, space them out so they've got air to circulate, and get them in the preheated oven. And we can leave them in there for 30 to 45 minutes. So ideally you want to be as energy efficient as possible and cook up a big batch. So maybe 20 bunches of dandelions, chop the roots up, so you make a big jar full and you don't have to keep cooking up smaller batches. It's my first batch of the year. I wanted to share that with other people. It's always exciting, isn't it, Pip, waiting for the dandelion to roast? I wish I could get through the video how lovely the smell is when the dandelion root is cooking. When it's roasting, it's just this earthy, woody kind of smell that is definitely a big part of what I love about this process. So they want to be dark brown, completely dried out but not burnt. These are looking good. You might want to just put it in a coffee grinder, grind to a powder and use in the same way as you would normal coffee beans. Or you could have a go if you've got a pestle and mortar, grind it to a powder, works really well. What I like doing is taking a spoonful, a couple of spoonfuls maybe, adding my mug of water, and then you can add other things that you like. A stick of cinnamon, or any other kind of woody type spices that you think. Marshmallow root would go well with it too. Bring it to the boil, let it simmer for about 10 minutes with the lid on. What I love about this method is that you get the gorgeous smell of the cinnamon and the dandelion root and whatever else you've put in it wafting around your house, and it just feels really earthy and cozy and healing before you even drink it. And remember that although dandelion root coffee is caffeine free, it's diuretic, so you still probably don't want to have a cup before you go to bed. And then you strain it and put it in your favourite mug This is such a rich smell. You can add milk if you want, but I never do. I like the flavours just as they are. Beautiful cup of cinnamon and dandelion root coffee. Dandelion can be a little bit bitter. I find that the cinnamon sweetens it enough for me, but you might want to add a little bit of agave syrup or the sweetener of your choice. Well, I hope you enjoy your harvesting, because the whole process is just lovely. You go out for a walk, you harvest the root, you get in touch with the earth, you get soil on your hands, you get to eat the green leaves, which are full of vitamins and minerals, for your lunch, and then you get to have a beautiful smell in your house and an amazing drink